Today we're going to be getting the chicken tractors ready for our meat birds. When we run these, we run two tractors. We usually get sets of 25 or 30 and then put half in one and half in the other. So Doug built these chicken tractors 2 years ago. We have them tarped over to protect the birds from the heat and the sun. We have them on wheels, so they're always moving to fresh pasture. And today we're going to be putting the waterers together and checking the food containers, making sure we have everything ready for when they come. So this is one we just pulled out of storage. You remember we had our little chicks in the other one. Let's go take a look and see what that one looks like. Okay, here's the second one. This is the one we just used for the chicks. So you already kind of know it's in good shape. Okay, so this one has our heat lamp. We'll be moving this one into the barn when the baby chicks get here and giving them that brooder area in there. We do have latches on the doors so that they can't escape and nothing can get in. And then we just kind of put the wheels on these when we're ready to move them.
We use a 15-pound feeder for this chicken tractor. When I ran 25 in them, we put two 15-pound feeders in here at once. But since we're splitting it into 12 in one and 13 in the other, we really just need one of these feeders. The meat birds will sit there and eat and eat and eat, and they'll eat too much if you let them eat 24 hours a day. So after the first week or so, we start restricting their food and take it away at night. So with this, it allows us to not only keep it off the ground and keep the ants and the bugs out of it for the most part. While they're growing, we could adjust the height at what time we leave it at. But at night, it's on a pulley system, and I can quickly pull it up from them, and that keeps them from being able to access the food at night. So it's something that makes it a lot easier for when we're moving the tractor, because it's not swinging around near the bottom of it, and it gets it out of the way when you need to do any work inside there.
Okay, so how we feed or how we water our chickens in the chicken tractor, we use a 5-gallon bucket, and we just use these little cups, drill in these little cups so that they can get water. It's really important to make sure that your chickens have enough water, and meat birds drink a lot of water. So we usually put 2 of these. We have one that they drink out of, and they won't finish one of these a day.
She's playing with the chickens.
We always have a backup just in case. Oh,
you got to see this.
I know. Hey.
Hi.
What you doing? So we are sitting there making this video, and in the background, cows decided they're going to go play with the chickens. Buttercup is racing around the chickens, very interested in what they're doing.
She likes the chickens as much as we do.
Oh my goodness. This is like a little bull.
Yeah, she's happy.
Well, hopefully she didn't run over one of them. All right, T-Bone. Right. Again, T-Bone's just here for the food. Okay, back at it. Let's go ahead and get, oh, here she comes again. She is very excited to be on this back pasture again. Hi.
All right.
All right, let's get back to it.
Okay.
Hey, you coming in the barn? Not allowed in here.
All right, so this is a gravity-fed dipper, which is fantastic. It's really hot here in the summer, so we want to make sure that we have more than enough water to feed them on a daily basis. We do check these every day in order to make sure that there's always filled up to the full every day when they go out. So we're going to put this near the bottom, but not too low. If you put it too low, it'll sit here and leak the entire time. It has to be high enough so that there's space under here, and that way it won't sit here and the valve won't run the entire time. So when we put this on here, we're going to make sure the height for it. So
And another thing, we do use the Tractor Supply brand because it is food grade and it's BPA free. It's also heavy duty enough that we don't have to worry about it breaking when you're trying to carry this water. It can get very heavy.
Yeah, and we're just going to put 2 of them on here because it's enough for the birds to. I might do 3.
3 should be good.
So do 1. All right. Do 1. Do a second one, sort of in the middle. Same height. And we'll do a third one. All right.
Okay, so why do you put them all on one side instead of like all around the bucket?
Well, when we put these in the chicken tractor, we put it in the corners, usually near the front of the chicken tractor or the back of the chicken tractor. That way, when we fill it, we can fill it from outside the chicken tractor. Just push the water bottle, push the water hose in, fill it up, and we put it all on one side because the chickens, there's 12 of them, 13 of them in there. They don't all drink at the same time. Usually, it's like 2 or 3 of them drinking at once. So, and they don't mind waiting. They don't wait. Now, feeding, you want to make sure they have enough room to feed. So make sure that they do have enough room for all of them to go around. Once they start fighting over the feed is when you need to add another feeder to the tractor. Okay, so if they can't all get to the feed when you first drop it down in there, make sure you add another one. Otherwise, your meat bird's going to get damaged.
Right, yeah, and we usually run 2 feeders in there. We only keep them for 6 or 7 weeks. Yeah. So they grow really fast. And we usually finish them out around 7 pounds.
Well, we learned the first time we did the 25 in one feeder, the one tractor, we had to get that second feeder added to it because it was craziness.
They get a little violent. Yeah. That's really all they do is just eat
and poop.
And poop.
And drink water. So once you get the holes drilled, you'll see that there's a washer on it. I usually have that washer on the outside of it or the interior between the bucket and here. And you just work this through. And I drilled it really tight, so I might have to go hit it with a drill one more time. So yeah, you push it through like that. Make sure you're getting all the plastic out that's inside from where you drilled.
So here's what it looks like up close. Got the little washer on there, and then we have this screw it in on the inside.
Wing nut.
Wing nut.
The wing nut. So we just add 3 of these to it, and we'll have our own water. And it's just it's a inexpensive water system to put for them. These little dipper bowls don't cost very much to get, and we always have Tractor Supply buckets or 5-gallon buckets from Tractor Supply for hauling stuff around on the farm. When you tighten it, make sure you don't tighten it too much. All right, you don't want to over tighten it because it'll strip the threads on as well. And you can see here, I don't know if you can see here, put my hand underneath. When I put it down all the way, it's not touching the table. Okay, that way I know that the valve is engaged and it's not going to put anything until they drink out of it. And once they empty the bowl, it lifts up and the valve right here lets the water into the cup.
And these are not the buckets that we use when we first get the chicks. When they are very little, we use the chick feeders because they can drown. They're not that bright. Meat birds especially are not as bright as chickens.
Oh no!
So we are really careful about giving them very shallow dishes of water when they're babies. But we will be going through all of that, getting the tractor set up as the brooder pretty soon. But right now we just wanted to do our double check, make sure we had everything. We ended up putting some buckets in with our egg layers, so we had to make another one for the tractor. So that'd be a great thing to show you how easy this is.
Yeah, it's so hot in Houston right now that we just want to make sure that they had more than enough water on a daily basis. I mean, the grandparents and the kids are great about changing the water on them daily, but just in case.
And we also are always looking for cost-effective ways to do it. Waterers that you buy commercially are pretty expensive. So 5-gallon bucket is a pretty inexpensive fix.
Yeah. So
About how much did these little cups cost?
I think it was like $10 for 5.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and you could decide, do I want 1 water? I want 3 waters. When I first did this, I didn't know what I was doing. I put 6 of them all the way around it, and really it just made for more little buckets to clean out every now, because these will get algae in them over time. So you need to make sure when you're checking on them that you're wiping out the grit and the dirt that's in them. So it doesn't take but a second. It's part of your daily rounds, and it's good when you check on your birds that you check on that they're getting good clean water as well. Make sure that you have a lid for it, because we don't want them to drown, right? To contaminate the water, but you lose a valuable investment in that chicken. So always make sure that I put a lid on it. You don't have to put it on tight on a daily basis, but just enough so that when they jump up here, because they are going to jump up here and roost on here, that they're not able to foul the water system. So there you go, 5-gallon bucket water. And we have one of the feeders that we just showed you over there. This is the second one. What's great about these 15-pound feeders is that it's enough feed that usually I get a day or two's worth of feed. So I don't have to fill it up every day when I'm going out there to move them. But you also control the feed rate, so it's adjustable in the height. Like you can, if you want to, you can have it higher. I usually don't like it on the really high height because they tend to spill more food that way. Usually when we put it at the medium one, they don't spill as much of the crumble out there. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Do we have anything left to do for the chicken tractors? Stripes are good. Water's good.
Those are
Feeders
both.
Are good.
Those tractors are in really good shape. The turkey tractor needs some help.
Okay.
But those 2 chicken tractors are the second one and the third one I built. The turkey tractor was the first one that I did, so it's 3 years old.
Yep. Turkeys won't be here till August, so we have a little time for that. For now, we're getting ready for the chickens, because the chickens will be here in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's it. Just a quick little video showing you what's coming and letting you know how easy it is to get started with meat birds.
Yeah, and I love the chicken tractors that we use. They're the John Suskovich models, and it was just a book that I found off the internet, and it was really a great way to get me started into running meat birds. So it was a great introduction to it.
Okay, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are at 39 subscribers right now, and our goal is, Brian, or my son's goal, is to get to 100 by the end of summer.
Yeah,
so we could definitely use your help on that.
Yeah,
so absolutely. Subscribe and like the video, and if you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave them below. We would love to respond.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.